Is the free 7-star Miles Morales worth ranking up? Alright guys, let's talk about the champion everyone just got for free. Our friendly neighborhood 7-star, Sig 200 Miles Morales. Yeah, Kabam really dropped a surprise this time. A fully maxed out 7-star champion, just sitting there waiting for you. But the real question is he actually worth ranking up? Because hey, we all love free stuff, but nobody wants to waste resources on someone who just looks good on paper. So today let's break down everything. His strengths, weaknesses, how he performs in real fights, and if he deserves your catalysts. The basics. What makes Miles Morales tick? Miles has always been one of those champions that sits quietly in your roster until the right meta or the right node suddenly makes him shine. His whole kit revolves around completing small missions during fights, landing parries, intercepts, and dexes, and each one gives him a fury buff that ramps up his damage big time. Once he gets rolling, the hits feel super crisp. You'll see him dealing really solid burst damage, throwing flashy special attacks, and just melting defenders once he stacks a few furies. And because he's now Sig 200 for everyone, you're getting the best version of Miles right out of the gate. No grinding, no dupes, no luck needed. That alone makes him fun to test and honestly, pretty rewarding to play. What he does well. Let's give credit where it's due. Miles can hit hard. Once those missions are complete and the Furies are active, his damage output ramps beautifully. His shock and rupture damage are both surprisingly consistent, and that relic synergy makes his combos feel smoother than ever. He's also got a nice bit of utility that fits the Spider-Verse vibe. Things like miss mechanics, taunt on heavy attacks, and ways to avoid tricky unblockable specials. For example, against champs like Zola or Carolina, Miles can completely cheese their unblockable specials because of his ability to cause enemies to miss. That's just satisfying to see in action. And in fights where intercepting matters, like against future Ant-Man or some annoying defensive AI, Miles just flows naturally. Once you get the rhythm, he's genuinely fun to play and can keep his health bar clean through good intercepts and evades. So yeah, in terms of fun factor and flashy gameplay, Miles is a solid win. He's not a top-tier science monster, but he's absolutely capable of some strong clears and safe fights if you know how to use him. Where things start to fall apart. Now, here's the other side. As good as he feels in certain matchups, Miles isn't the most versatile champ out there. He needs a bit of setup time. You've got to parry, dex, and intercept to ramp him up. That means if a fight doesn't allow you to do those things easily, his damage falls off fast. And compared to some of the science-class giants like Photon, Spider-Ham, Hulk, or Red Guardian, Miles just doesn't bring that much unique utility to the table. He's not immune to most things. He doesn't have reliable power control, and while his miss mechanic can save you in a few clutch moments, it's not something you can depend on in every matchup. Prestige-wise? He's okay for now, but nothing special. His prestige sits on the lower side compared to newer releases, so he won't hold that value for long. And in modes like Battlegrounds or Alliance War, he's situational. Some metas might make him shine, but most of the time, there are better options for the same job. When he actually becomes useful. So, when should you think about ranking him up? If you genuinely enjoy his playstyle, or you need a science champion with misutility for something like unblockable or heavy counterfights, go for it. He's also worth a rank if you love Spider-Verse champs and want to build a themed roster. Or if Kabam drops another Eternity of Pain type challenge where his miss mechanic or taunt cheese can come in clutch. But if you're ranking purely for meta performance, Battlegrounds, War, or General Questing, I'd say hold your resources for now. There are several science champs that simply outperform him in damage, utility, and reliability. 1. Utility and defensive use. You know what's kinda underrated about Miles? His defensive potential. Like, if you've ever placed him in Battlegrounds, you know that Miss Mechanic can actually put people up big time. Especially if they forget he's immune to unblockable hits when his Spider-Camouflage is active. Some champs just can't touch him without True Strike or some counter to miss. So yeah, he's not just an offensive toy. He can be a sneaky defender too. But at the same time, he's not perfect. Miles doesn't really have any power control, no heal block, no armor break, no crazy debuffs. So you kind of feel limited when you take him into tougher content. Like, he's fun, but you'll quickly realize he's not carrying every lane like a top-tier science beast. One thing that really helps him shine though, Spider-Verse synergies. You put him next to Spider-Gwen or Stealthy Spidey, and that focus stacks even faster. He becomes way more consistent, and his burst windows feel way better. And if you throw in someone like Spot or even Spider-Ham for fun, it's just a full-on spider party. In Battlegrounds, he's kind of matchup dependent. Against champs that throw a lot of specials or rely on buffs, Miles feels great. You get those miss triggers and punish easily. But if the opponent just sits back and blocks, that ramp up can get frustrating. So he's not your plug-and-play monster like Hulk or Scorpion, but in the right meta, he can absolutely shine. And honestly, he's just fun, like super fun. The animations are clean. That SP2 explosion with the shockwaves, it feels satisfying. He's the kind of champ that makes you enjoy the fight even if you're not winning in record time. Sometimes that's what matters more, right? If you're thinking about ranking him up, I'd say it depends on what you want. For fun gameplay and utility, rank him. For efficiency, speed, and battleground dominance, maybe not your first pick. But since everyone's got him free at SIG 200, there's literally no harm in testing him out. You might be surprised how much value he has in some fights. Oh, and if you're facing Miles, remember, True Strike, True Sense, and Vigilance champs destroy him. So if you drop him on defense, don't expect miracles if your opponent's bringing someone like Omega Sentinel, Kraven, or Chavez. But hey, if they forget, free wins, baby. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much when I first saw we were all getting a free 7-star Miles. But after testing him out, he's actually not bad. He's not broken, not meta-defining, but definitely not trash either. He's that chill, reliable spider you throw in when you just want to have some fun. Final thoughts. Is he worth it? Here's the truth. Getting a free 7-star SIG 200 Miles Morales is awesome. It's a great addition to anyone's roster, especially newer players who don't have many 7 stars yet. But is he worth ranking up immediately? Not really, unless you're doing it for fun, collection, or very specific counters. He's fun, flashy, and can deal great burst damage once he's fully ramped. But outside of certain matchups, he's not going to replace your go-to science champions. So my verdict, enjoy him, play with him, but maybe keep those rank-up resources saved for now. Because while Miles can absolutely surprise you in the right fight, he's just not that all-round powerhouse we sometimes wish he was. Anyway guys, that's my honest breakdown of the free 7-star Miles Morales. Let me know down in the comments, are you ranking him up or keeping him as is? And if you found this breakdown helpful, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.